Mm-hmm. So really, intention to raise money, create the understanding. I'm recording it just for myself,
Thank you.
understanding it, and for you as well. Understanding that there is a fieldwork of every single penny channeled to any of the project, and strive the attention that this is here and what we do. Because I also would like to avoid the pathos, of Africa and all poor women. I'd like to avoid it because people might have these associations. But maybe bring it, as you said, like around what is really the fieldwork we are creating with this.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up because, you're going to feed Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Is sometimes a response I get.
Exactly.
And it is a little cynical. It's a lot of
Yes,
cynicism.
it's very cynical.
My response to that is, I don't know if you know the story of the starfish, the little boy who is throwing starfish in the ocean.
No.
One after the other. The waves bring in the starfish and he throws them back in because he doesn't want them to die. And someone comes by and he says, sweetie, that's not going to work. Some will die. And he said, but it'll make a difference to that one that I threw back, So for me, it's not about saving Africa. It's about me having created a relationship with these women. And now we are one. We are one in the world. So it doesn't matter where they are. If I can do something, that's where I start, where I can have the most impact. And in my life, I happen to have, met these 3 women in different communities, and I nurtured those relationships. So when I came into my retirement, then I could see I can invest my energy on helping those 3 communities. And it makes a difference to them. And it's because of the relationships created. I'm not Médecins Sans Frontières. I am a different kind of foundation.
Also, I like you say exactly, you're channeling your energy and into creating a foundation that creates a real entrepreneurship and living opportunities. Exactly.
Yes.
And I think this should be like the red ribbon, and I will also this will be the way I will introduce you, that this is an intention to see first why we are creating a fieldwork across the ocean, and then we will go to projects as well. And
that's right.
Maybe, I don't know how many people watch it, but as we will share it and rotate it. Exactly. Avoid all of these thoughts that it is just like, don't get me wrong, a wealthy retired Canadian is sending money there. Because that some people can think, of course.
Yeah.
And I think it was you or who? No, Mary told me. I never forget it when I was preparing for some of our conversation, I think with you. And Mary told me that, be brave all the time. Not even with Lucille, but really I think it was I was preparing for some conversation with my board, but it was after a conversation with you and I felt so enlightened and uplifted. And then she told me, you would never think how many women through the prejudices on me. Oh, she's that wealthy one, a retired widow of a healthy business constructor. I would never be aware of that. And of course, they also throw, I get many kind of a prejudice, every one of us gets. So exactly, we should avoid this because we want to create it, really seed the space, this is something different.
Yeah. It's about, charities create dependencies. But that's not what we're about. We are about reciprocity. We will support them, but we will support them morally, we will support them financially, and we will also eventually be resources. Because, the young women I have on my team, one of them has developed an Empowerment for Girls foundation. So she's going to create a webinar or a Zoom. She talks about exploitation of young women and knowing your boundaries. And she established that in Guatemala.
Wow.
So it's not going to be only money. It's going to be these young women who are going to share their expertise. Another one is she's a financial advisor. And I love the way she just creates really fundamental issues around money. How to save money, what to do with your money, how to use it wisely, and just become conscious of your money, So, I mean, those girls are willing. They'll say, oh, sure, we'll create that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only about sending money, it's about reciprocity. Here we are, here's what we know.
Field work, reciprocity.
And listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
And also the beading work is starting to be interesting. Andrea, you may have heard that we have an engineer from Ireland on our team now.
Mm-hmm.
She's a what do we call her, resource person, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a very capable engineer, and her specialty is solar water
Great.
systems in Ireland. But she also has a link with university professors who are looking for projects to start small businesses in developing countries.
That are under her patronage, yeah, or under her.
No, those are friends of hers, university friends, profs, and so these ladies are beaders, Mama Dina.
Yeah.
So she is thinking maybe we can create some kind of market where they can send their beads to market them in Ireland or wherever. So it's not just send us money, but we are about thriving as a community. We are building a community of women who all have the same desire, is to live our purposes fully.
And also, I think there's a great seed to speak that this can be really B2B business. Because seriously, if she can engage some experts who could use the water knowledge from Africa to their projects, it might be in Western businesses, it would be B2B. Because if Danish company would do that with British, it would be definitely, oh great, but now it's Africa, so we speak about financial NGO to business, but it's not like that. And in the end, also, and I don't like these corporate terms, but here it's maybe nice to highlight that yeah, we really speak about business to business, because they can grow into that. Because I take a pen because I found out that my pencil is out of the order. So, where are you? I know I have it because I finally. Okay, I'll take my bag next to you and I will talk to you and I will look for it. No, because I think that this can be in the second part, like, okay, what is a practical impact? That the practical impact is actually really creating the new business opportunities for these African women. This is what I see there. Not only the help, like not only the charity help.
No.
Maybe that's like I don't want to sound like, too big, but this is what I see there. Like it's way more than just like,
no, the three of them are going to become entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
My motto is a hand up, not a hand out. You know, like charity creates dependency.
Yes.
What I want is to unleash their opportunities to become entrepreneurs. And look at what they did. I mean, we asked them to identify the priorities in their communities. Within 2 weeks, Andrea, they had contacted some business person and they sent us a proposal. They sent me a proposal. Wow. Here is what we're looking for. Here's what it costs, itemized. It was pretty impressive. So the sister Agnes, I mean, she's looking at, you know, a lot of eggs and chicks. So they are looking to create, to find a market in hotels and schools to sell the eggs. And also to sell the broilers, you know, the chicken as protein. So she will feed her adolescents, but they will also market it. And the beauty of this project is that she will include her young adolescents in the business plan. You know, like she will explain to them, here's what we're doing. Mama Charity the same. Mama Charity, her project is beautiful. She's buying land and she's going to build a chicken shed with eggs and possibly a garden. And what she wants to do is hire, she said there's a big issue with mental health.
Yeah.
With women.
Especially.
Who abandon their children in the market and on the beach. You know, these are women who are not well and who are alone and go hide in the forest and get raped over and over again and have these babies. So what she wants to do is to take that woman and re-educate her. So she's going to have classes in her village for these women, and she will have jobs for them.
Perfect.
Because her desire is, you know, she said it's so unnatural that babies do not know their mothers. And she said, even though their mother is unwell, it's important they know their mother. So she's going to bring these challenged women. So you see that the beautiful circle.
Wow.
She will feed her children, but she will also employ. She's going to go, we call it going upriver, look at the problem and try to find solutions for these women who are really, really vulnerable. And she's going to re-educate them.
Wow.
And give them jobs, you know, with the chickens or with the garden. And then with the garden, then they will feed the kids. But whatever's left over, they will sell to the market. Because, you know, mango trees they produce very well after 3 years. So, you know, there's more than they can use. So they will sell it to the market. And mango trees, they grow very, very well there. So these are business plans.
Yeah.
And Mama Dina, once she gets the water, she wants to buy milk coolant because they are pastoralists and they milk cows. But they don't have anywhere to keep their milk cool. So they have to sell it very quickly. So they can't get a lot of money for it. So if she has the milk coolant, then the mamas will bring their milk and they will fetch like 25 cents more per liter. And the woman who can't pay their school fees, she will give them microloans. So she's going to be the manager. It's a very beautiful business plan.
I think this is exactly for the second part, up to first part. We will mention the whole bigger picture, avoiding what we said, having the keywords like fieldwork, prosperity, B2B, B2C, and everything else we said, nourishment. And then we go into really what you said. I think the crucial bridge for us to the second part is that hand up. It's unleashing their
Yes.
potential, as you say.
Yes.
And we will go straightly, we can dive straightly into the projects. We can be also really clear about money we need. I can ask you, okay, so Lucille, tell me how much now the Mama Charity would need into engaging their moms, or how much Mama Dina would need for a water plant, or how much are we fundraising for Sister Agnes? We can think about some money. We can throw them in the basket and we see.
Well, we do have,
Yeah.
their proposals. So
Yeah.
So that would be in US money, US dollars. That would speak more to your audience.
Yeah, use US dollars is fine, or euros, but whatever, like it's approximate. So whatever, US dollars are great. Yeah. US dollars are now a little bit higher, I think, than euros, but it's still easy to recalculate. It's not.
Yeah, I think euros, US money is pretty universal.
Yeah.
The Canadian dollar is is not very strong.
Yeah.
So I think the US is a better measure there.
Yeah, that would be great. And we can really share, say why we do this, and also engage people who feel. I think when the first part will be explained clearly, and you can do that, so we'll be explicitly saying why Hand in Hand in Women in Africa makes a dent, and then we can go to business proposals, so we can all shift it into that direction. My only question would be, what will be the name of what would you like to name the whole title of our show? Because I'd like to put it on the banner as well. So if you can maybe send me also one of your profile picture, but maybe one picture where the kids are from Africa or you are, and I can make it as or maybe something with Africa. I can find something, but if you have anything that touches your soul, I can make it as a shady background, as I did with Lucy. I put Lucy's book cover as a shady background. So I could do the same with you. Yeah. Like, it's not a big thing in Canva. But I think we should agree on time and on the title. So what time does it work for you on that? We spoke 15th of March.
Yes.
But what time does it work for you?
This is a great time. If you want earlier, that's fine too.
Maybe if we can do it at 6, I think that people thinking about who is my audience, because many will be your people, and I think many will be people from the US who actually have either early morning or morning. Today it's 10. No, it's 11.
It was 11. We started 11. At 11 here.
So what if we do it at 6? My time it's 10. Or what do you think is good for you? Like, what for your audience as well?
Well, if we did it earlier, it would be 10 my time, and west of us would be 9 in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then after that, in Florida, it would be 2 hours later. So it would be noon.
Do you think it's a good time, or shall we stick to 7?
I think 7
is... but membership. There is a membership on 15.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it's good if we stick to 7, because it starts at 5.
Okay, there's an hour there.
Hour and a half. So let me check if there is maybe a gift hour. I will check into now. I think there is only a membership, but okay, events. Yes, there is a membership call with, we don't know what will be the topic, what we'll think of something, but there is it. So we will finish half an hour before 7 in my time. So it's good if we stick to 7, because then ladies can maybe watch us. So the same time as today, it's 11 your time. Is it good?
Okay, I'll write that in.
Okay. And then the title, what we wanna say.
With something like this work, I'm just going to throw it out. That photo I have with me and my hand on the shoulder of the African woman? Mm-hmm. And we're looking in each other's eyes?
Yes, I know.
Okay. So when I use that photo, I always write "seeing with new eyes." And another Another title I used for conferences and talks was Feeling the Pulse of Africa.
What do you like more? And then I can tell you.
Because, you know, that's not really targeted onto the fundraising, right? Or is it me seeing fundraising with new eyes?
It's up to you. I'll tell you what occurs to me. Tell me what you feel like. Oh, I will be in my armchair and I feel great, and we will send a message.
Yeah, because you know, when I started traveling to Africa, of course, I saw with the world with new eyes. That's always where I come from. But now it might be seeing fundraising with new eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I think feeling the pulse of Africa is a little too philosophical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't resonate.
It's like safari for me. You know,
yeah,
and giraffes, and I still
and
think
drumming.
yeah, and like hippos, good. And what people I think go to Africa naturally.
Yeah,
because we still don't understand this continent, I think, and we never want.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything that comes up for you?
No, I like the first one, seeing with new eyes, and I would maybe make seeing with new eyes, Lucille Mandine, in conversation with Andrea about hands in hand for African women, or something like that, because we can put more on the banner so people know what's going on, what it will be about. Or maybe we can make a seeing with new eyes, hands in hand, hands in hands with African women.
I also have beautiful images of hands, you know.
We can maybe put it as a shady background on the banner.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want the lady, you know, me in the picture.
Send me whatever picture you want to have on the banner, like in the circle, you know, like Lucy had. I will make the same format, because this format is a Facebook, but also good for Instagram. So, and also you can use it anywhere. When I send it to you as a picture into your email and WhatsApp, you download it and you can use it anywhere. So, okay, it's like, especially Facebook format, and I think you mostly communicate on Facebook. So, but you can also share it. So that's
wonderful. Okay, because I've used the image of the mama and me. Mm-hmm. And I also have the photo of me with the little boy on my knees.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a child. Do we want the children, or the mums?
I would go with moms.
With the woman, eh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What fills your, send me all, and I can make you 3 different options, because it's like, change the photos. It's easy. And you send me, okay, I like this one the most. I also did the same with Lucia. She sent me 3 different profile pictures, and we then chose this one. All 5 were actually great, but when we really saw it, in the banner and in the composition with the text, there were actually one that fit the best. So we can do the same. Send me more.
Yeah, it'll emerge, right?
Yeah. We will see that, and I can send it to you on WhatsApp, like, Lucille, here are 3 proposals. Which one you like the most? Okay. And that's it. But yeah, I like seeing with the new eyes, because we will speak about new eyes on Africa, new eyes on fundraising, new eyes on creating the business. I really want to stress in my questions to you, and you can do it in your answers, like, these women make business plans. This is not about any charity.
Yeah. It's really a beautiful exchange. Mm-hmm. Because your dollar will help her create her business. Mm-hmm. Just the leg up she needs to start creating her own income, and to have the dignity, of having autonomy and self-reliance. For me, dignity is a really big word in this project. You and I are independent, and we don't have to count on well-wishers to feed us. Mm-hmm. This is what's happening to these ladies now. They just have to hope somebody will come by and drop a bag of rice at their door. In this
You
world,
should
in
say it
this
sometime.
world,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, and that's what really catapulted me into creating this. You know, by the grace of God, you and I, Andrea, we're
Mm-hmm.
born
Yeah.
in abundance,
Yes. Yes.
and we have more than enough. And maybe that's $10, and maybe that's $1,000.
But still, we have. Yeah. Still, we
You
can
know,
buy bread. Still, we can buy water. We can buy
yeah,
butter. Even in my worst times in life, I still could buy toilet paper, butter, and bread, and Hokkaido pumpkin, or
yeah,
whatever. So I understand
yeah,
that these women maybe cannot buy this in a month, or this is something they buy in a month, except for water. Which is like, yeah, the level of poverty is different, but we don't want to aim to this, but we want to aim to rise that, like rise up, because they don't fight, they face their circumstances, and they go beyond, and they create different life. So yeah, not
yes,
making themselves like, oh, we are feeling pity for you ladies. No, because you just take your life. And they love it. And also I think it's good not to be too pity, because they also were born in that context, and they were not born in Canada, and they were not born in Slovakia in a wealthy family. I mean, wealthy in terms of what is their wealth. I was not born in
yes,
Slovakia. I was born in middle class family, which would be maybe lower class in Canada, which would be super high class in Africa. So I think that's
yes,
it was
yes.
Slovakia, like soon it was like first year of no, yeah, it was no, it was not even Slovakia, it was Federation at that time. So yeah, but we can create it. Wow, these women like want to make a difference, they want to make a
Yeah,
difference.
yeah, yeah. I like the idea of not going into the pity.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what they need, and that's not what we are.
Yeah.
Um, they do face their circumstances, but what's really amazing is that they are ready to roll up their sleeves. They saw an opportunity. You want to help us? We're going to get at it.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks.
This is something you should mention, definitely,
Two
especially when
weeks.
I speak about B2C, B2B. 2 weeks took them, 2 weeks only, and they made a business plan.
You know, to connect with a business person, a company, and I had a proposal. You know?
I think that Western people don't do that.
No,
Western people don't have
no.
such a clarity, and we don't speak about fishy-washy, wishy-washy wishes. It's about poultry farm, water, cooling the milk, and orphanage. It's a serious business. Like this is, especially these two are super technical as well. And I think we can also mention, like, yeah, exactly, buying the rebarb, buying the hatchery places,
Like,
wooden
you know,
stakes. We can really name it, because especially as Irish company, because I think that brings the real technicality, real clarity. This is not exactly medicine some point here or quelque chose.
yeah. You know, like we're not
Yeah,
fooling around. Like there's
yeah,
something real happening.
yeah.
You know, I mean, there are people involved. There are businesses who are sending quotes. You know, we are going to negotiate with them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's maybe also interesting. Maybe the one of the last questions in the second part, so maybe second to third. And we try to stick to 30 to 45 minutes,
Okay.
not more, because then people like go away. 30 is optimal. So I will be try to be like moving it. But I think this is a good question. Like, okay, what is the environment of investors we speak about? Who we do work already? I think this could be also a great question. Like, who do we work? Who do we collaborate already with?
Okay. Okay.
Because you then show that this is not, from fundraising perspective, we already show this is not like, oh, two women channeling money to Africa. This is like already a very settled, well prepared structure. So I think that's,
You know, like I communicate with the consultant of the solar power system,
wow.
and yeah, and the engineer and I and the mom are going to speak with him
Wow.
and ask about, is this the best she can get?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the water's salty. Do you have something to help her with desalinating the water? And that's what the engineer brought to our project. Those questions that I would not have known. And it's so beautiful because there is collaboration that is just so well woven with experts, their needs, their enthusiasm, their energy. I mean, these ladies have a lot of energy because there's hope. That's why we call ourselves the Hope Whisperers. All of us.
That's beautiful. But I think we can make it clear that there is a hope because they bring the real business plans. They bring real plans. And it's not, again, wishy-washy hope because Africa needs our help. And this is so powerful. This is for me. That's why I so much share about it with my mom. And she gets it. And she's a very practical person because she's a doctor. And she first time got it because I told her about these free nurses and their plans. And she got it. And she was like, And first time, because she doesn't like all these African support. And she doesn't like supporting anything in her life, but it's okay. But she has her opinion about, the vaccination, HIV, and the hygiene and everything they have. But when I share with her that, this will be like a real poultry farm and real water cooler and panels, she's like, okay, she gets it. And I think if she gets it, for me, this is a sign that we are very clear. Because she and I know my mom is not, an evolutionary woman, but for me, these kind of people, if they get it, we've really already shifted the pendulum. So I think we can shift the pendulum during the whole discussion, the way that it just happening in Africa, because it's empowering there. It could happen anywhere else, in Sri Lanka, in Singapore, everywhere else.
Yes. So it's the ideology that we want to share. It doesn't really matter where it is. I happen to have traveled to Africa and connected with those women, but it could happen in India or with our native population here, anywhere.
Fantastic. I have this, I will put it into some questions and intention, but you have also this recording I will share with you. So you have it, so we can dig into that. And when you send me the pictures, I will try to create some banners over the weekend or on Monday. So I can send it to you and we can start promo maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. It's enough because Monday, what I experience, when we start Wednesday, first day promo, it's enough. Or even, Friday early morning, my early morning, because there's a weekend, people are still around. So what works always, few days before the discussion, so we have enough time. And I'm doing a Fin Report show on Tuesday, but with Lubica, Lubica, and we are going to talk about EU sustainable package that is bringing companies a lot of sustainable loans and also grants in Europe. It's issued from European Commission, and it's the mechanisms companies can apply for green economy. She's expert on that. And so I will be also sharing simultaneously next week also our show. So I'd like to really specify. I don't know if you've seen my Facebook Live, but I already told everyone to the world that there will be a special guest, but I haven't told your name. So
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You are still in secrecy. Also on my Instagram. I also do my Instagram. I do the Instagram lives, but again, just secrecy. So once we reveal that, I will go live and I will have it very clear, because we will have different banners, and that's my banners are not the Fin Report banners. So, and that's different topic. Just there will be 2 shows in 1 week, but I try to kind of make a flow. But you will be on Monday and Lubita will be on Tuesday. And then we still plan maybe another show from Fin Report, but I still want to do another show in the end of month with Michelle Hordal about her adaptabilities.
Yes, that's beautiful. She's got a lovely, something amazing going there, eh?
Yeah, the way
powerful girl.
Yeah, she is, and mom. And I also told, I think my mom finally finds out why I am a part of everything, because she hears the stories about you. And I told, especially I tell a lot about you because she always feels she's old. She's only 59, but she always feels she's old. And then after, Mom, I told you about Lucille and Carol, so stop saying you are old. It's I know, but
Yeah.
But she's
Yeah.
doing her baby steps, and that's the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
important.
But it's just raising awareness in human beings. Like your mother is she probably had an idea what you were doing, but didn't get it.
Mm.
But she when she hears the stories or the anecdotes, or then it's like, oh, oh, that's what's happening.
Mm.
But you're right. If we can shift that kind of person's view, that's success.
Mm.
Like it's raising the bar for these really hard wired people. I don't mean that in disrespect for your mother, but
No, she's hardwired. You can say it. She's super hardwired. Oh, and with prejudices. She's okay. She has right to do so, and she doesn't have any tools to change. So yeah, she's
yeah,
hardwired. She
yeah,
never ever
yeah,
supported anything. My father was always donating to Greenpeace and to kids to run clowns. My mom, can you imagine? My mom never ever in her entire life, being a wealthy, like pretty well off
yeah,
doctor,
yeah,
now a general practitioner,
yeah.
supported a penny. She used to support the League Against Cancer, but again, when my father died because of cancer, she stopped. But it was just a penny, really, a penny when they met her, because we have a day, I don't know if it's also in Canada, but we have a day of dandelions.
Yeah,
As
we have daffodils. Yes. Uh-huh.
daffodils. I
Yes.
always
Yes.
miss like daffodils. Yeah,
Yes.
the
Yes,
yellow
we do.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
daffodils. So yeah, and the people give you small pin of daffodil,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
plastic.
We pay. Yeah. And
Yeah,
we get some flowers. Yeah.
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 And what is
Yeah.
a dandelion? Is a different flower.
The dandelion is more considered a weed.
Okay.
I don't know if you have that in Slovakia.
I don't know why I came to this word, because if it's this, but I know
Well, it's like daffodils.
yeah, daffodils, definitely dandelions.
Daffodils, dandelions.
Okay.
Because the
So
daffodils is
I meant definitely. Oh yeah, dandelions. Yeah, because we make the
the
special
crowns.
the
Yes.
crowns. Yes,
Yes, as the
I
little
never could do
girls.
that. Yeah,
Yes.
dandelion crowns, and people then we blow them when they become
Yes, because
white. Yes.
yes,
Okay, it's a childhood memory. Yeah, people like kids
that's true.
love dandelions here. So
Yes,
no
yes.
dandelions, but daffodils. Yeah, but yeah. So
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so she donated to that because it was a small
Only, but then when
amount.
he
And,
died, she stopped that as well.
oh,
And she just doesn't like supporting anything, just from the purpose of the purpose. There is no reason. But yeah, I think that when we ship this, and of course she loves me as because I'm her daughter, but yeah, I think that's the way
it'll
we
be
can be.
interesting. It'll really be interesting
Yeah.
to
And
see
I
what she.
love your
Well, I hope that I can honor your questions and your intention. It's a reciprocal. I am very, very honored, and I know the value of this. I really appreciate. Uh, you know, I was telling Catherine yesterday, what I discovered with GiftU is field work.
oh yes.
Like it's not that I wasn't aware of that notion, but now it's very concrete. I network well. I have lots of networks in my life,
Mhm.
but I didn't understand, the field work, how it, the ripple effect. Yeah,
I also didn't understand it until I got to GFU and also
yeah.
heard from Jazz, because we
It's
are
a
not
really beautiful concept.
mm, we are not wired for that, because natural.
No.
And I got into big argument last week with one entrepreneur who is like a social entrepreneur, this hippie hypey pitch elevator speech. I did the business there, and I call with Asia and Africa, like all around. The room is full of you, and it's okay. But he started to speak about it. I was like, you build the field work. If you don't build your field, your network is not important. He didn't get it, of course, because he still was rowing his way, but he at least stopped and was listening. And then I found out how powerful is this if you discover this, or if you let someone to help you to discover this. Of course, he was neither nor, but still, exactly, when we have it, it's so. By the way, it should be another man, but who invited me, and it could be fun, but it was awful, Lucille. So anyway, we tried. No, it was not. He was so much like my friend got us connected, so we went free to the cross country. it was his old classmate. Like, she was great, but she was driving, and two of us, and he was like, yeah, please come. I was like, oh, I'm tired, it's Sunday. Come. So he was really begging me to come, and he was so funny on the calls. Oh, you know, the men that are all around themselves, like all around themselves. So he was like this. Lucille, I was cross-countrying like a hell to always leave them behind me. And even there were the ladies like you who were like years on the cross-country. And when they saw him, I was like, you have to really ski fast. And I said, yeah. And they were like, I would do the same, because this would destroy me. First of all, it was too much. And you want to join I was so happy I left the car, because they gave me a lift. I was like the head, like it was just like, please go away. And it was always stupid. It was not even like fun at all, like it was just. And today, I always meet Philip, like we meet every day, but that's okay. We got used to that. But today I met him because he lives there in the center. And this one was running in front of me. So I was walking towards him. He was running. There was no chance he couldn't see me unless he would be blind. And he didn't even wave on me. So Philip at least waves. So we are there. But this one, I was like, oh, okay, great. So Philip, you still have a point, because you at least wave. And at that moment, I was exactly thinking, like, see this opposite, like one who is like whatever happened to him, and apparently he's in love or something, Philip. And then this one, but apparently maybe would love with me, but we kind of like cannot go further, because we had a small incident this week when I was taking another coffee, and I was like, oh, this coffee is so great. Why is it so great? And there was a waitress who knows us, like his colleague. And I was like, why is this coffee so good? Do you have a new grinder or new coffee? And she was like, no. I said, so what's new? I asked. And he was standing there, and she was like, maybe it's love. She told it. And I felt like, okay, it's not love. For me, it's attraction. Yeah, love is different thing, but of course it's attraction. And
it has to start there.
Yeah, he was blushed. I was like, oh, she was like, maybe it's because of barista. And I was like, barista was here as well yesterday, like a lady. And she said, but today's barista. And I say, yeah. And she said, maybe it's a love. And I was like, maybe it's a love to the cakes. And we start laughing a lot, and we're like both blushed. And I was like, damn you. So there was definitely, because there is something, but you cannot decode it. And I said, no more energy. You have to come. I was a little bit like out of my rhythm then when I was, driving back home. And I was like, what did I told my mom as well? And it's not love, but so what the hell is that with you? But there is something, because otherwise he would talk to me normally.
That's right.
And he still doesn't. And he posts some songs which are like clearly about women like me. You can decode that from the text, but it was just a funny moment. Like we didn't know what to do, and she was making fun of us because women always know. So she knew that. So anyway, and then next day we just met. We again laughed. Today, of course, like, it's every day, like somewhere on the spot. Like I don't need to follow him on any social network, because I always meet him somewhere.
That's good. You're in the world. You're exposing. You're present. Someone will show up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this is a good signal, because like as I dropped him in terms of no contacting anymore, that Carisha helped me to discover, don't invest an energy into him. You can think of him, you can be attracted, but don't drop a message. Don't do, because that's a drop of your energy. So I decided not to do that. And since Saturday, things started changing. Suddenly, he made me a heart in cappuccino. He never, ever made a heart into my cappuccino, started following me. And I posted it, but intentionally without mentioning him. I just said, like, love is all around us. Look what I got into my cappuccino. I know he watches my
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, that was from him. Suddenly, I get hearts in the cappuccino, which last time, it was just like a steamy, foamy milk in there. This time there are hearts. Then checking my stories, then this. So, but yeah, I didn't do anything. I just sent him one compliment that I got from my friend on him. So this is something I sent him, because I was like, I would love to know if someone compliments me on my sport. So I just send it to him like, this is
Sure.
great, but no other
Sure.
energy, not interested. And then I met this guy, and and I think that, universe, as I'm like leaving the energy anywhere, something will pop up. Just I wanted to share with you because, the last time we had conversation, it was just an hour before he would be about to come. And I found my
Yes.
notes, and there is
Yes.
a date, and I'm like, oh yes, 11th of December.
Yes.
So now I'm like, this was Friday. Now it's
I was so,
Friday. No one is
I was,
coming, but it was just, so I wanted to share with you as my full
that's
sister.
cute. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. You were all wearing something beautiful
I
but
was
not too
wearing
beautiful, just right. Yeah.
just nice sweater.
Yeah.
And actually, it was a good idea at that time. And dinner was great. He brought 2 courses and
I know.
and a bottle of wine
He brought the dinner.
because I
Wow.
asked him to bring a dinner. I was like, I want dinner. And he was like, oh, that's fun. I said, no, 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 I'm not making any fun. And he brought 2 Italian dishes because he asked me what cuisine I like. So he brought 2 Italian courses, different ones, and then 4 cakes and a bottle of red wine. He was really prepared. I think this was his historical. I told my mom, I think this was maybe more than a marathon for him. It was beautiful. That's why all of his like this connection was weird because this was great. And then we had great evening, but he left in the.
Well, you gave him an opportunity to practice his romantic, um, you know, qualities that he will need to bring to the woman of his life. You gave him that opportunity. Here's a rehearsal.
Okay.
Here's how you do it.
Another rehearsal. Yes. You are
Rehearsal.
right. That's true. I
Mhm.
just wish that in these times we could maybe meet only, to have a physical contact because it's so less now and we have a big lockdown here. And it would be so great. You don't even have to bring dinner because,
Yeah.
you don't need to
Yeah.
talk so much. God
Yeah.
bless you. We don't need to talk so much.
Well,
You,
it's pretty intimate when you're in
yeah.
somebody's home, right? Yeah.
Yes, that was also true. And it was me.
It's a space. Yeah. Yeah.
That's maybe point. But
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, thank you. It's funny with this guy, just my mom always laughs like that's insane. Really. I park my car and he runs at that moment he's there, or something like this. It's
What?
like insane. I never meet anyone like that. So it's still nice. It's still funny to
But it's interesting to observe.
yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
Like what is it? I don't know, but here is what it looks like, and
Mhm.
just observe it.
It brings me, always uplifting as I drop it now that I don't ride him. I won't ride him, even whatever. You can have fun. It's more freedom. And see, he's reacting, and I just enjoy that.
There is nothing as sexy as a self-confident woman.
Okay, take it
Do you
on.
know that?
Yes, I am
Mm-hmm.
so. And I'm
You
beautiful.
know,
I dress.
no. My brother-in-law was quite cute. He's quite conservative, and there's a book called The Golden Rule. The Golden Rule.
Oh, is that golden rule that all the Americans apply?
It's very old-fashioned, very, very old-fashioned.
Mhm.
But John, my brother-in-law, always believes that men need to do the chase.
Mhm.
The problem is women are chasing now.
Mhm. Yes.
So, when I was young, at university, this was a rule. The guys invited us on a date.
Oh, yes.
And Wednesday night was the day. Like, you don't accept a guy who calls you at 4 and says, would you like to go for dinner at 7? No. There has to be some kind of anticipation, and there is no, please pick me. It was like, it's like, it was very gracious. And I lived with a group of women, and we had one phone, and the men would phone, the young guys would phone.
Wow.
So, but it was never the same guy. Like, the idea was to go to the party accompanied was easier than to walk in by yourself, because we went to house parties a lot. So it was a date, but no commitment, just someone to go with, and it clicked or it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a very interesting culture. So in that book, it says, do not accept dates after Wednesday.
So they have to be before Wednesday because it
So they have to
happens.
plan. You have to plan.
Good.
You can't just spontaneously say, hey, Andrea, come out for dinner. No,
Uh-huh.
no,
Uh-huh.
I have plans. I have plans.
Uh-huh.
So you make yourself a little desired and not available.
Uh-huh.
Not available. Not like that.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, it was cute. He gave the
That's
book to his
cute.
daughter. He gave one to my daughter, and they read that, and it was like quite foreign to them. Like, really?
But there is something about that chasing, and if the man doesn't have it, Scott had it, and that's why we are still in touch. Now it seems like ages because he hasn't responded me for a week and a half, and I feel like, oh, but come on, Andrea. But yeah, he was
Is this
chasing.
the guy in the States?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, but it's been like, it's understandable. It's week and a half, Andrea. But I'm always like, where are you? But it's okay. I know he's skiing with his friends, so he posts the things.
but it's hard not to expect, eh? Mm-hmm.
Yes. And also, it's
Yeah.
hard for me not to contact Philip, but I just promise it to myself, especially on that Wednesday when it banged and when we just we're standing there like me here and he there, and we're just blushed. Oh, and she was like, "Oh, you are blind." I say, "No, no." I know. I'm like. But I didn't say anything. No. I was standing there, then drank my coffee, of course, met new ladies, of course. Like he was staring, watching. He does it. Even today, I knew he, and I sometimes now another teaser is also that they are the kids, and I love kids, so I interact with kids, and he sees that, and I like it's nice, and I love it. I just do it for myself. So,
and that might be attractive to him,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you have to come with anything. So I am really now, if you don't, you don't. Then I'll come with something in September.
I think that is called freedom. Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe playing hard to get a little bit, not, needy. We're not needy women. We are just in our space. And if you see me, fine. In time, I will give you time. In time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because from now on, from January until now, I was a little bit suffering from the ignorance. I tell you, it was very hard for me to understand what happened because we were very nice to each other before Christmas, like two people. Like really, we wanted to go for a walk, and I wished him nice Christmas. So something crashed. But yeah, now if you are really in love, which apparently seems he is, after that Wednesday, do whatever you want or don't do nothing. There will be someone else. He was very jealous last Saturday when I came there for the cakes. I was like, I'm going for a party. And I just told the waiters and like, pick me these cakes. And that was my friend who invited me. Next day morning, he watched my Insta stories. He never does it. Next day he did it. And there was a cappuccino.
But that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is to make yourself desirable, to make yourself fun, and you're in the world, you are living.
And I dress myself. Yesterday I had my high heels skirt, this necklace, and I just dressed, I go and my bridge is mine. This is my area. This is my domain. I think of you like this is sorry. And then I just
here I am.
Yes, one espresso.
Here I am.
Exactly. Oh, I love teasing, by the way. Yeah. That's something I love.
Here I am.
With his colleagues, and he's super mad at that because his colleagues are nice to me, so I'm also nice to them. Super angry. Just come.
Just being ourselves. It's so important. Yeah.
Playful.
Yeah. And just knowing when to step up, and you will know.
That's also that now when I see that there is click, if it comes. If not, in a few months, if there's still the same situation, I will feel like, oh, then. But it was the same in December. I really already felt after 3 months of chatting, like, okay, so we should both have nice evening. But exactly, it came from a space of no neediness. It came from a space of let's have fun, finally.
Yeah.
So I think that's a space. And with any man, that's the space you feel free and you feel
Neediness is not sexy.
fine.
No.
No. Okay. Okay. I will take your audacious, like gracious audacity.
Yeah. Here I am.
I love it, Lucille.
But it works. It works when you get the magic. Your life is different because you're not apologetic. You take your space, not more than you need, just your space.
And then I think then it's vibrating to, because I even got an invitation on a bridge from one man for a coffee, but I was like, I don't go. But then I found out he's Arab, so I don't date with Arabs. I don't want any Muslims.
No,
I thought he's Italian because he looked like that, but then when he said what's his name, it was clear. So, but it was nice. Again, exactly. There is some aura I want to spread, and it's thanks to like you. I can be in touch.
Share the beautiful Andrea.
Okay, I will do. Thank you, Lucille.
Faire plaisir. Faire plaisir.
Oh, faire plaisir, c'est magnifique. Oui. On va faire plaisir en beauté. Un petit beauté. Parmi les gens en Prague. Ou parmi les hommes.
C'est ça.
Parmi les hommes dans la rue. Pédestriens.
Yeah. Oui.
Merci
Anyways, it's a balance, but you will know. You will know. Just know that.
Thanks for being there with me, being on this journey with me. It's an honor to have you as my sister.
Our paths crossed, my dear Andrea.
Yeah.
Our paths crossed. Yeah. There's a reason for all this.
Yeah, thanks God.
So thank you very much for giving me that skeleton, and I will send you the pictures.
Perfect. You can expect the questions and some Google Docs by Monday. So then you can comment. You will have an editing mode and the pictures as well. And I will send you this recording, and then we can prepare. And the only thing then for the real interview, I will send you the link to StreamYard. So you will click on it, just use the Chrome. It doesn't support Safari. It only supports Chrome.
Okay, I have to go through Chrome. I can
Chrome or maybe Mozilla if you don't have Apple. I don't know what device you have.
I have an Apple.
So it doesn't support our beautiful Safari. You have to go through Chrome. But
it'll be good with Chrome though.
Yeah, Chrome, it works. And you will just log on the link and you will be there. And we will be there.
Great. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's do this.
Yeah, and I'll let you know if there's something more about anyone, because thank you.
Yes, keep me posted. Okay. Thank you so much.
Beautiful Friday.
Lovely Friday night. Okay, bye-bye.